What you need to know about English Language Arts 6. This is a PowerPoint on how to be successful in English Language Arts. I want you to do the best that you can, and I want you to be able to be successful in this class. So here are a few tips in order for you to do that. First, look over all the assignments listed in the folder. Each folder that you find will have the assignments that you are going to be completing listed on the folder. That way when you get into the folder, you'll know exactly how many assignments you have to do. So then you can plan your time. How many assignments will you work on each day? How many days each week will you work in English Language Arts? And more importantly, think about when you would like to be finished. Some of you are working at your own pace. Others are working on timelines. So you have to decide what works best for you. When you're completing the assignments, the most important thing is to remember to read all of the instructions carefully. The number one question I get from students is, I don't know what to do, or I don't understand what to do. And my first response to you will always be, did you read the instructions? So read the instructions more than once. Read them a couple of times to make sure you know exactly what to do. Usually what happens is kids just don't take time to read the instructions, and they want the teacher to dictate them to them. Well, I've already done that. It's all spelled out for you on every assignment. Make sure you follow the instructions in order. I set them up this way to help you best understand the assignment and so that you can do the best that you can. Ask questions. If you do not understand what to do after you have read carefully twice, then ask someone. You can ask your parents, you can ask a friend, you can ask your mentor, or you can even email the teacher. And I will take any question that you have and respond back to you. Make sure that when you're writing your answers that you include the information or the numbers in your answers that are in the instructions. The instructions will tell you, write your answers in the submission box, or write a paragraph in the submission box, or it might even tell you to submit a document. If you're answering question number 2, put a number 2 in the submission box and then write your answer. That way I know which answer goes with each question. Be careful. By not following directions, it will mean that you will have to redo the assignment and turn it in again. You're going to be reading stories and novels in this class. You'll be asked to read many of them, also informational articles. It's very important that you read the entire thing. I have students all the time that try to skim a story or skim an article, or they read the first 2 chapters and just the last chapter of a novel, and they try to do the work. I always know, and it never works out. So sometimes you're asked to stop reading and answer questions. So make sure you do that. If it says read pages such and such to such and such, stop and answer the questions. Then after you get done reading that page, stop and answer the questions. Then go on and read some more. It's set up this way so that you can be the most successful in this class. Go back and look over the story for answers and for help in figuring out what you need to do. You have it right in front of you. It's a great resource. And when you are answering questions, always write in a complete sentence. This is an English class, no partial sentences, no 2-word answers. That means that all your sentences will begin with a capital letter and they will end with a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point. Use your spell check. There's a spell check right in the submission box for you to use. Use it. Don't turn in answers with misspelled words. Make sure that your sentences make sense or they're not considered sentences. And do not begin sentences with because. This is very, very common when you're answering questions, and we need to break the habit. So if you have a question that says, why did Billy chase the ball? You don't want to start your answer with, because it rolled away. You have to write the complete sentence. Billy chased the ball because it rolled away. Answer each question completely. This is the biggest reason students do not do very well when they are answering questions. They don't put in everything that needs to be there. Sometimes you may need 2 or more sentences in your answer to get it spelled out. And adding specific details from the story in your answer will always help you get a better grade. You're going to be asked to write paragraphs and multiple paragraphs as well as you move through the class. Make sure that your paragraph is at least 4 to 5 sentences long. Shorter than 4 sentences isn't usually a paragraph. All sentences in a paragraph will be on the same topic. And the first sentence of the paragraph always tells what the topic is. Now, once you've turned in your assignments and you submit them for me to look at them, you need to find out how you did. So we want to check our grades and see what the teacher has said. So you need to know how you're doing. First thing you do is you go back into Blackboard, and on the left-hand side there's a tab that says My Grades. You click on that tab and you'll see a list of your assignments and what score you received. 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 5 out of 10. More importantly, there will be written feedback or comments from me with important information for you. And sometimes that feedback will say, great job, and sometimes that feedback will tell you what you did wrong, and sometimes that feedback will tell you that you have to do it over again. When you have to redo an assignment, it's because I want you to learn the material, not because I'm being mean or because I'm trying to make you work more. It means that you don't know or understand what I need you to. So this is like having a second chance to improve your grade. The first grade doesn't count. We'll start over again. So always take advantage of this and redo the assignment, because I will always put that grade in, the second grade in. If you have questions, you can always email me. Help is always on the way. Sometimes you're confused or lost, or you just need a question answered. Email me. Send me that email with your question. You're going to learn how to write a correct email, so we won't go over that right now, but it's very important that you do send the emails, because this is how we communicate. I can't help you if I don't know you're stuck, and the only way I know you're stuck is if you send me a question. I will get back to your question as quickly as I can, but I have up to 24 hours in order to respond. So there may be times when you don't get an answer back right away. Don't worry. Just go ahead and move on or work on something else. Keep working if you can. So good luck. This is going to be a fun class. It's a new way of learning, and I am looking forward to working with you.